Hello, my name is David Contreras. I'm going to be sharing with you my journey throughout these past 4 weeks for my service learning project. I've been recording the different roles I've been taking on for my church. It's called Eloah Church. We're currently a church plant meeting in a daycare in Donna. And part of being a church plant means don't have a lot of leadership to start off. You probably don't have a lot of members to start off, but thankfully we've been there for going on 2 years now, and we've seen growth. We've seen how people have been impacted, and so it's been great to see that. And as far as this class goes, I've been able to see how the concepts, the theories, I've been able to come to life in some of the roles that I take part of there at the church. One of the roles I have is I lead worship, and so not only do I sing and play guitar, but I also, with the help of my wife, set up all the equipment, so the speakers, the mics, the cables that I use, the internet monitors that we use, and we use them for service. And then once service ends, we tear it down and put everything away and get ready for the next week. And so when I started this journey, I decided to train one of our younger members. He was really wanting to help, and so I showed him how to roll up cables, and he was shy. He didn't know how to do it or how to even start. And so if we all remember when we were young, or when we try something new, we're reluctant, and if we don't get it right, sometimes we don't even want to try anymore. So as I showed him step by step, meticulously, how I do it, and kind of guided him on how to properly roll up the cables, he got the hang of it. You could tell he wasn't very confident, but I decided to just encourage him and give him a positive reinforcement he needed to feel like he was doing a good job, and that he was going to eventually get the hang of it. And so as a result, he's been helping us, and I've seen him improve. I've seen him just have a better attitude about it, and it's just changed his whole outlook on coming to church and helping. And so hopefully we can get him more involved as well. And so that's just the power of a positive reinforcement, right? It's amazing what that can do to people, especially young kids, that maybe don't have a strong home life or a very good foundation at home with different things going on. Excuse me, I've been getting over a cold and I still can't shake it. Another thing I was able to see during this journey was how procedural knowledge, declarative knowledge, and even self-regulation come to play, especially in a band as musicians, especially me as a musician working with other skilled and well-versed musicians and people who have been playing for over a decade or almost a decade. We've seen it all, we've heard it all, we've played different styles, but it's always comes down to how to put together an ensemble or a band, and knowing what style to play. Usually we just listen to the song and say, hey, we're gonna follow this style, or if we don't like it, we come up with something else and we communicate that. But one of the things I saw was our drummer for a women's conference that my church helped sponsor, he was not getting a song correctly. He wasn't playing the right beat. It's not because he didn't know how to play, but he just didn't know how to harness his skills, his knowledge. Basically, he lacked the procedural knowledge of how to play the appropriate beat, how to blend in, how to self-regulate and fit to the style of the song. And it was frustrating because as much as we tried to help him and tell him, he didn't get it until he went home that night, listened to it again, and then he was able to realize, okay, this is how I need to play. And so eventually we got it. The song came out great. It became the anthem of the conference. So it went from like one of the most dreaded songs that we were playing and singing to probably our favorite song. All because he was able to self-regulate. He was able to put together his procedural knowledge and blend in, choose the right beats, the right rhythms. And it's amazing because music is so meticulous. There's so many moving parts to it. But if you're not moving in harmony, if you're not able to harness that knowledge, it could be gibberish, it could be messy, it could be too much. So we were able to work together with him, and it came out great. Another one of the things that kind of came to light to me during this course, during this journey, has been how we model behavior in church. Whether it's during the welcoming, you say hi to everybody, God bless you, shake their hand, smile, or during praise and worship service, where I don't want to say you're expected to, but you see people that have been going to church for a while know that during praise and worship, you sing, you clap, you lift your hands, whatever the case may be. And these are all behaviors modeled. Are they rules? Well, no, they're not rules. But somebody modeled them to us, whether a generation before us, an older sibling, leader, youth pastor, Sunday school teacher. Somebody modeled them to us, and we follow them, just so we can sometimes so we can fit in, so we know how to act at a certain time, and we want to behave appropriately. Especially, I feel like if you have that good model at home with your parents or your parent, you learn to respect and do the correct thing. I'm trying to choose my words carefully here. So during communion, when we have communion at church, our younger audience, not sure if they've ever done communion, but when they saw the adults do it, they didn't ask questions. They didn't kind of talk loudly, but they just kind of followed our lead and got in line, got the communion wafer, the juice, and went back and waited to do what we were instructed to do. And so it was interesting because no one told them. Heck, I don't think anyone ever told me. Maybe at one point, right, a pastor somewhere said, we're going to come up, get the bread, get the wafer, and then go back and sit still or quiet. I don't remember, but a lot of times, I know for a fact in our church, we never said, you go back to your seat and just wait or stand there. A lot of it is model behavior. So this course has been relevant to me. It's opened my eyes to how much these concepts are alive, and not only in the classroom, but in church, in different organizational functions. And it's definitely been eye-opening. It's been great. It's inspired me to continue teaching, motivate, inspire, be positive, and continue to be a good example. So thank you guys.